I'm Mike.
And I'm Adam.
And this is Stuff and Waffle. Two friends talking about stuff, and often as not, waffling with frequent reference to Bond cars.
There can be few cars that can truly claim to be iconic. We've discussed this before, and it's quite a small list that can actually be iconic. But there's one celebrating a birthday this week that I think truly can be.
Okay.
It's the 60th birthday of the Aston Martin DB5.
Oh, well then that's quite poignant. Well, for various reasons. But yeah, that is.
I think that is truly iconic. It's a car we've covered at length on this podcast.
Yeah, and one particular example in minute detail as well.
No, in nauseating detail, yes, indeed.
Well, you say nauseating. The downloads speak for themselves, I'm afraid.
It is one of our most popular episodes.
It's right up there, yeah.
Yeah, I need to do something else like that. Really hardcore research project. But, so yeah, we have covered it at length. But yes, it is 60 years since the launch of the DB5.
Oh, God.
Cannot go without mention.
60 years. I mean, it's just
60 years.
And it's 60 years have passed, and when you see one, they're still timeless.
Yeah, they absolutely are. Launched at the Frankfurt Motor Show in September of 1963.
And dirty.
Yes, absolutely. And again, an iconic car, but a car that was made in very small numbers.
But I suppose, right, if we come at it from a different angle and go, right, is it iconic because of the one reason that we're all thinking of?
That's the thing, isn't it? I think there's a good chance that it is.
Yes.
And I think there's a good chance that Aston Martin possibly still exist because of that reason.
Yeah. Well, let's go with another way of going. Yes, they still exist, but they've been through various bumps in the road. I think Goldfinger got them over one or two bumps in the road, perhaps not the most recent ones.
Not the most recent ones, but as we've discussed before, they didn't fully appreciate what that was going to mean for them at the time.
No. They were very reluctant. Well, like we said before, they were reluctant. The production company had to pay for the cars.
They had to buy the car, at full price.
Yeah. Imagine that now.
That changed later on when it sort of it did a bit of back and forth. But at the time, they were not keen. They didn't see any value in having one of their cars in a movie. But is the DB5? I mean, Sean Connery always said that he felt its place in the film gave it more of a star quality than the car really possessed, and that he didn't particularly like it, although he did end up owning one. But he felt the pedals were too small, the steering wheel was too dangerous. It was more of a ladyish car. He didn't particularly like it.
What does he want? I mean, he was. I mean, it was a large chap, wasn't he? I suppose.
Oh, he's a big fella, and it's not a huge car. However, if you look at the car, I mean, they made 1,022 DB5s over the 2-year production run. It wasn't as successful as the DB4 that it replaced, and it wasn't as technically good as the DB6 that replaced it.
But then you look at both of those cars and go, well, I love both the 4 and the 6. So you couldn't describe either of them as iconic.
No, you couldn't. But again, that comes back to the question of, is the DB5 iconic because of Bond? Would it be iconic without Bond?
I think we'd struggle, actually, wouldn't we? Because
Yeah.
I mean, the closest that the 4 ever got was Italian Job, wasn't it? Charlie Croker had the
That's right. Pretty car. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. That
And
was
the
yes,
4s
convertible.
are stunning.
They are. I would say the 5, particularly at the back, is better looking than the 6.
Mm-hmm.
I
By
think
a
the
country
6,
mile.
the 6 goes a bit wrong at the back.
Yeah, it just sort of ends, doesn't it? It's
It
very
does.
it's slab. I was going to say slab fronted, but it's at the back. But you know what I mean.
Slab reared. Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. It's very poor at the back. I think the 6, the 5 is much better resolved, as car designers would say.
Yeah, it rolls off. You've got the sort of almost fins for the rear lights.
Yes, very small ones. Yeah.
But yeah, it does look better than the 6. I mean, I would say if we're going purely on visuals, and I'm trying to get the whole sort of Bond element out of it.
Yeah.
If you gave me a 4 and a 5 next to one another, I would really be hard pushed to say which one I would visually prefer.
Yeah, that's a tough call, but you put a 5 and a 6 next to each other and it's pretty easy.
Yeah, I'd have a 5 all day long.
You'd have the 5 every day. Yeah.
Yes.
But against the 4, I agree, it's not as clear cut. But they replaced the 5 so quickly with the 6, and I think the 6 had a number of technical improvements in it. And it was a little bit longer as well, a little bit more legroom in it.
I was going to say exactly that. That might resolve some of Mr. Connery's issues. Going, well, actually, if you're a bigger chap, a 6 would have
6 is probably the way to go. But of course, Bond never had a 6.
No,
because he went from the DB5 to a DBS, which of course is the car that replaced the 6. So Bond skipped over the 6. But yeah, is the 5 iconic because of Bond? Probably,
but it's iconic nonetheless, and it's definitely worth noting the 60th birthday. Yes, I'd completely forgotten about it, to be honest. So well done you.
No, I spotted it and thought, no, we need to mention that. Just
can I do a segue? Can I do a segue?
Oh, please do a segue.
Iconic cars.
Mm-hmm.
I think we can agree that the Mini is an iconic car.
Yeah, I wouldn't argue with that. Yeah, the original Mini. Yeah,
the original Mini. And the segue is continuing because obviously the BMW revamped Mini occurred, and in less sort of evocative and interesting news, but very good from our perspective, the future of the Mini and its production is been secured in the UK.
Oh, I saw this. Yes, they've said, the BMW have said they're going to continue production at Oxford.
That's it. And they're also going to continue the Swindon plant as well, which I think is responsible for the panels. I think.
Not sure about that, but
yeah, I'm sure the Swindon plant is staying open as well. So yeah, there's a £600 million investment so that the new electric Minis will still be built here.
That is good because there was talk of them going abroad, possibly to Austria, but Mini needs to be made in England. That's just how it has to be, isn't it? Really,
just a little flick through, and the additional funding is being given to Swindon as well, and it is the body pressing plant.
Excellent. That is really good news for lots of reasons.
That is. I know that you and I are a bit iffy on the new Mini.
No, we're not a bit iffy on it. We're quite clear on it.
Okay, but I was trying to sugarcoat it, but I don't think it's going to stop it selling like hotcakes.
No, it won't. Not at all. No, it won't. All the variants of it as well, even the silly ones.
Yes, and I wonder, as time goes on, I wonder if it'll grow on us. I'm skeptical, but I wonder if it will.
Maybe. I wouldn't rule it out. It does happen on occasions.
Yeah.
I still think the best looking new Mini was the first one.
Yeah. Well, But speaking as an owner of one of those, I agree entirely.
Indeed. And speaking as a former owner of one that is almost that shape.
Almost. I tell you what, as well. Speaking as an owner of one, I can fully relax as well. It passed its MOT with no issues this week.
Oh, this is tremendous news.
Yes,
Excellent.
I was most pleased. I say this week, it was Friday, actually. I drove it to work. Well, I drove it. The garage I took it to, I have to pass to get to work. So I just slung it in there. They
Yes.
MOT'd it. And I got it back within a couple of hours. Went, yeah, it's fine. Oh, brilliant. Thank you very much.
Excellent. Righto.
Yeah.
Good. Oh, that's excellent. It's MOT time for the Puma next month. So
okay.
Yes.
Off to the same place, is it, by any chance?
Probably not, actually, because now we're not there. It would be potentially a bit inconvenient.
It's a bit of a track. Mind you, what's between you and that garage?
Well, not a lot, but there is one in the village just up the road.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, there is, where Dawn's mum takes her car. So we might drop it up there and just see what they think. But yes, credit card will be poised for that one. We'll see.
Yes, I don't know if you're going to get a plain sale like I did there. I looked into that, to be fair.
I don't know. I mean, it needed welding last year to reattach the suspension to the underside of the car. We'll have to see and take a view on how bad it is. I'm not expecting anything. I'm not aware there's anything horrible happened in the last 12 months. It's not making any bad noises like it was before. But we'll see. Hopefully it will live. It will live again.
Yes, I would have thought so. I don't. Even if there is something catastrophic, I just don't think it would be catastrophic enough to call time on it.
No, I think if it needs another few £100 of welding, then we'll absolutely do that. We're not gonna. It would have to be catastrophic for us to pull a sheet over its headlights at this point, I think.
Yes. No, I think you'll be all right.
So I think we'll be all right. So that's next month. But excellent news about the Mini. We're still poised at some point to do a comparison test of those two. But I guess you still need to get the clutch done before it.
Yeah,
it's not really a very fair test.
It's not. And I've just been nursing the clutch going, I suppose it's MOT time soon. I've been saying that for months, and now it happened. Went, maybe I should actually do it now. I've bought some trim pieces for inside, actually, for the bits and pieces.
Oh, you said you were going to do that, or were considering doing that? Yeah.
Yeah, I'd had them in the basket for a while, and when it got a clean bill of health, and the only thing I had to pay for was the MOT itself, I just thought, you know what, I'll buy some bits. Treat it
to some tidy bits. Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, so they should arrive before the end of this week, actually.
Brilliant.
So yeah, a little bit of titivating.
I think it's worth it. I think it's worth it. Yeah.
Well, I use it an awful lot at the moment, and it's worth a few quid, I'd say.
Definitely. Yeah.
I have, and speaking as a car person who's accumulated a lot of stickers, I've yet to put them on, but I've got a stack, so it's gonna get had.
Are you going to sticker it up? Oh,
not horrifically sticker it up. I've got some very tasteful ones, some amusing ones as well, but they're all car related, be it specific to the Mini or some car content creators that we all like.
Oh, okay, very good, very good.
So, yeah.
I'm still spending my evenings browsing the adverts. I have not yet pulled the trigger on anything, but we are searching in earnest at this point.
Yeah, it's really not far off. I mean, you say I'm pulling the trigger. You're shortly going to be a Tillerman, aren't you? Yeah.
Never say that again. We're going to have to go to the special room and have a talk. That's oh dear. I feel dirty now.
Yes, it's not very nice, is it?
No, it's not. But yes, something, a faithful steed will be hopefully purchased. Yes.
Yeah.
We're still rocking back and forth on exactly which one, but we'll get there.
Well, I mean, rock away. It's going to be your choice.
Well, very much so. Yes.
Yeah, I'd say. I mean,
yes.
I know.
Unless you wish to contribute financially.
Well, I more meant that people that have a slightly higher sway over you than I do. You're a good lady, that is. You'll still overrule. I think you'll go for what you want.
Yes, I think I will. Yes, I usually do.
And does it have the potential to be that link I sent you?
What link did you send me?
The car that just needs slightly smaller wheels and will be.
Oh, that one. Does it have the potential to be that? It seems unlikely.
Yeah, but it should be that, shouldn't it?
Should it?
I mean, what a thing. Just for a bit of context, on collecting cars, they have virtually this exact spec of Ferrari 400 that we want.
They do, and it's not geographically that far away from us either.
No, it's just got ever so slightly oversized wheels on it.
Yeah, somebody's lightly pimpled it, which we would wish to reverse.
I mean, I say that. There are a couple of times I've looked at it and went, I don't know. It's been difficult. It's tastefully done. That's the trouble.
Well, it is. It's not original, though, is it?
No.
I don't know. It doesn't look awful, I grant you.
And that's the thing of just looking at it and going, oh, looks a bit naughty, actually. I like that.
The first time I looked at it, I thought, I'm not sure about those wheels. Like you say, the more pictures you look at it, it's not awful. They are sort of the right wheels.
Yeah, they're not far off.
No, they're not.
Someone spec that just so, I would say.
It is quite tasteful. We know it's not original. They are too large for the age. I would be interested to know what that's done to the ride.
Well, I'm sure we could have a little test drive, couldn't we? But look at it. Look at it.
Yeah, I am looking at it. I'm trying to see if there's a current price, because there was the other day.
Yeah, we're up to 25 grand now.
Oh, yeah. See, it was at 10 the other day, which I thought, that's dangerous, sending me adverts for 10.
But you can, I mean, the paintwork, I mean, I know it's been repainted and the bright work's been redone, but the paintwork is stunning.
Yeah, it is. It is gorgeous.
The photos do it justice. They really do. And they've not only has it had that done, they've tweaked the engine as well because it's got more oomph now.
Yeah. It is a good one.
I just really like it. Really, yeah. And it's been properly used as well. Nearly 100,000 miles on it.
Yes, true.
That's right. And it will be better for it.
Yes, it will. Yes, I agree. It will. Of course it will.
Yeah.
It's a good one. It's a good one.
Yes, it's that really deep metallic blue with Sahara beige leather, I think. Absolutely wonderful.
Oh, that's naughty, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, if you accidentally bid, I'm fine with that.
You won't be too upset. You'd be happy for that to be the Stuff and Waffle pool car.
I would. I mean, you'd those tweaks done to it give it more presence.
Yes, I suppose they do.
People would know you'd arrived in that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. You'd get a look in that, wouldn't you?
Yeah, it's got that sort of. I would say because of the tweaks, you could arrive with your rather lively shirt on, too many buttons undone,
sunglasses, obviously.
Yeah.
Even if it's raining.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, skin like leather because you've been in all the tanning booths.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, and that would be it. You would just arrive and demand the women. It does have that real Playboy whiff about it in this.
Oh, it is a Playboy's car. Yeah, it is a Playboy's car, definitely. No question.
Yeah, I mean,
Yes.
it would. I think with the too many buttons undone, there'd probably be a gold chain or two in there as well, wouldn't there?
Oh, you got to have a dangler.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to argue with you.
No.
But, yeah.
Oh, that's quite a picture we painted there.
Yeah. So if you buy it, you're really going to have to perfect your image as well.
No, because then I'm going to have to get all like oils and stuff and some weirdo lighting in the house, and it's all just a bit. No, you've spoiled it a bit now.
No, I think I could see you committing to that.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. Dawn wondering where you gone and go, oh, he's on the sunbed again.
I'm not sure.
Dawn would love that.
I don't think she would.
She would. I mean, look at it. She'd love it.
Oh, she might love the car. I'm not sure about the rest of the package that you're introducing there.
And what? So you oiled and bronzed.
Oh, no one needs to see that. Oh, you see, you've crashed the podcast again. Look, you've spun us off into a corner.
I'm so sorry. So sorry about that.
Oh, please, can we move on?
We can. I can't remember why that. Oh my god! Right. Okay.
Because I said I've been looking at car adverts, and you came up with this.
No, I'm so sorry. I've closed the tab. It's gone. It's gone.
Okay.
It's gone.
Oh.
Did you see the incident at Goodwood Revival?
No, I saw very little of Goodwood Revival, unfortunately.
There was an incident.
Was there?
Yeah, in one of the fabulous races that they have, Karen Chandhok was at the wheel of a Ferrari 250 GTO.
Oh,
he was absolutely delighted. He said it was just his dream GT car being told that just go and race it.
Yeah.
However, the poor bloke, the car had what can we only describe as a mechanical failure.
Oh dear.
From what I read, an oil line failed.
That's not good.
No, there was a failure, there was a fire, there was a spin, and there was Mr. Chandhok exiting the vehicle at speed.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Not so good. However,
has it gone bye-byes?
No, the car was prepped to perfection. The onboard fire extinguishers were triggered, dealt with everything. The car is still with us. And the only issue that Karen suffered was a melted boot.
Well,
because the fire was very much underneath and coming at him.
Okay, hence the rapid exit.
Yes, yeah. Yes.
Okay.
I've got a fiery foot. I need to get out now.
That's not right. Yeah.
No, there is video footage because obviously the race was being filmed anyway.
Yes.
So you can see it go bang in spectacular fashion.
But I will seek that out.
Both he and the car are absolutely fine. The car does need some work, but it's fine.
It's fine. This is good news.
Yes, but I just love that like the Le Mans Classic. They just take these cars out and go, right, just have at it. Just go
for it. Just go. Yeah, no, it's right, isn't it? It's how it should be. Yeah.
And it's just I watched the live feed a few times. I tuned in here and there, watched a few of the races, and it's just like, oh, this is wonderful. This is really nice. People don't tuck these things away. They just say, go for it.
Yeah, as it should be. As it should be. Yeah, I'd quite fancy doing the revival one year.
Yeah, it's one of those ones. I think we've said it before, haven't we? It's right up there. I think the Festival of Speed, by all accounts, is a bit of a zoo. It's worth paying the extra and going for the revival and getting.
Yeah, you've said the actual Festival of Speed is perhaps on the way down a bit now, but the revival is where it's at.
Yeah, and I think people do really like it. They're going, right, this is not going to be a cheap weekend, so that has to be accepted. But the rewards speak for themselves.
I think so. Get a bit of tweed on the go, and off you go.
Yeah. I mean, where else are you going to find that? Like 250 GTOs racing that hard? Because they had those 250 GTOs, a 250 short wheelbase, 250 LMs, DB4 lightweights,
Oh,
E-type
it's all there,
lightweight.
isn't it? It's all there.
All of that is our sweet spot.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah,
it's a good event.
Yeah, because I was watching some of the slightly older stuff as well with the C types as well.
That's dirty.
Some old alphas. I think, this is lovely, and the sounds.
Yeah.
Oh, proper sounds. It's like being at Le Mans again, and just go. Well, it's the sounds and the smells as well. You don't get that.
You don't. No.
You don't get that even with modern racing. The smells aren't the same. It's like you just like wandering around those paddocks at Le Mans amongst all those old cars. It smells exactly like you think it does.
Yeah. Yeah. Lots of oil and rubber and leather.
Oh, a bit of petrol for good measure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good. Well, I'm glad that that got taken care of successfully.
Yes. Yeah. Always well on that one. Right. We've been quite cheery, haven't we?
We have this time. We haven't had a moan this week. No.
Right. Now, this moan I'm about to talk about might be preemptive. Might be a bit of ahead of ourselves on the moan.
Okay.
However, it's worth mentioning. You're not gonna moan heavy, but I just think this is relevant because I don't think we mentioned it the week that it became a thing.
Right.
And that is the autocar rendering, which they are famous for rendering things.
They are, yes.
You're not car design, you are a magazine, remember this? The autocar rendering of the rumoured Jag.
Yes. Now, yes, I have seen this. Yes, the electric XJ, which there's now some talk of them reviving again.
Yes. So when there was talk, when you say that's the thing, okay, we need to drill into this a little bit.
Yeah.
We're assuming a revival.
Well, I mean, we know it existed.
Yes,
we know it probably still exists.
And we know it was really, really close to being a production car. We know it's an almost finished thing.
But we also know that there apparently are or were developing this new Panthera platform with Magna in Canada. We've spoken about that. And that was going to be the new platform rather than what they'd done with the XJ, which was still based on a shared piston platform, so they could still do a petrol XJ as well. But yes, we have finally potentially seen some images, shall we call them, of what an electric XJ would look like.
Yeah. Well, and the only thing, like I said, I don't want to moan unnecessarily because this is autocar. This isn't Jaguar.
This hasn't come from Jaguar. It is just a rendering. It might be miles away from what we may have got or may still get.
But, and again, I'm being very careful about how I describe it. But it looks fucking hideous.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
It's
awful.
Yeah.
Awful.
I don't know where that's come from.
I don't know where that's come from. I cannot believe that's what it looked like.
Because I know car makers reinvent their design language and change and move with the times. It's like that that's got nothing. There's nothing that I look at that other than this stupid Jaguar badge they've put on the tip of the bonnet.
Oh, the massive one.
Yeah, and none of that suggests Jaguar.
No, it doesn't. No, there's nothing about that said Jaguar.
But I mean, if we go back to the XF being launched and go, this is Jaguar for the modern age, I look at it and still go, yeah, I still see a Jaguar in there.
Yeah, you still see it made sense, didn't it?
Yeah,
it made sense.
This makes no sense.
No, and that's why I can't believe it's real.
No, and well, and in fairness, it isn't real, is it? It's
not.
This is some little dickhead with a pen at a magazine company.
We've never seen the Electric XJ.
No,
whether it is being revived or not, we know it existed. We know it was nearly done. Very few people have ever seen it. So
no, I mean we've all
and
seen...
I can't believe it looked like that.
No, I mean we've seen the camouflage shots of it, and it bears no resemblance to that.
No, it doesn't. No, not at all.
I know that the details are hidden in camouflage, but you can see the profile of it, and it's sleek, and you can get that Jaguar feel from it. That Autocar one is toss.
Yeah, it is, and that's why I haven't really paid much attention to it, because I think it's just made up. It hasn't come from Jaguar themselves, because I don't, sadly, think they still have anything to announce.
No, and I don't think they do, but I think, while I think the rendering's hideous, I think that some of the underpinnings of the story do ring a bit true. I think there is some truth in what's about to happen. I just don't think it's going to look like that.
No, I think they made up an image because they wanted to put a big picture with the article to get people to read it.
Yes, and they did.
They didn't actually have one. So.
And it was in true Autocar style. It was on the front cover. I saw it in the shops.
Yeah, but I refuse to believe that is the direction that Jaguar are going in terms of a design language. It's just horrific.
Yeah, I don't. That's not them, is it? It's
no, not at all. Although we've seen no new designs since Ian Callum departed the organisation, so we don't know, I suppose. But I can't believe it's going to look like that. It's awful. It almost looks like a Lego car.
It's bad. It's really bad.
It is.
Yeah, let's we've got nothing we can work with there, because I mean the front of it is what we all focus on, and it's awful. But then you've got you look down the car and you go, well, none of that's Jag either. It's all just sort of generic
saloon car.
Yeah,
generic executive barge is what that was. It could have been anything.
Yeah, and
absolutely could have been anything. No, I refuse to believe that's real.
Yeah, no, must try harder there, I'm afraid. That's true.
Yeah, well, like you say, Autocar do have a history of doing that.
Yes, and when you look at when certain real cars appear and you look at what they produce, you go, yeah, you're not even close here. Come on.
No, because you had you had no idea. You had less idea of people reading the magazine.
I know, it's bad. But I mean, and don't get me wrong, I do like those. I do enjoy those sort of weekly car magazines. I'm glad they're still a thing, but I know they've got to generate interest and sell them. But I mean, strictly speaking, if it were me and I were about to put my money down and buy weekly car magazines, it wouldn't be Autocar.
It wouldn't be Autocar, no.
No, I would swerve off and go, I'm going to get Auto Express.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, fair enough. I don't know what I'd have.
Purely on the basis of my dad used to read it non-stop back when I was a small person.
That's fair enough. That's a good reason.
It is. Oh, and I tell you what, I remember one. I know this is proper tangent, but there, you know, when you're a kid and there's a car that you see it and go, bloody hell.
I'm familiar with that, yes.
Do you remember the Ford GT90 concept?
Ooh. Not sure I do. I might have to just
have a little Google, because I nearly lost it as a smaller person.
That one. Yes,
Yeah.
I didn't know that's what it was called, but yes, I know the one you mean. Yes.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I saw that first in Auto Express, and I nearly had an incident as a
Did
small
you?
child.
Yeah, well, I can understand that. Yeah, that was quite a thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, and it was. I remember it was the 95 Detroit Motor Show, was it?
Don't know about that, but that's probably, yeah.
And it was God, what was it? I remember the engine was going to be 6-liter quad turbo V12.
Yes, it was.
And I just read it and like, why is this not real? This needs to happen now.
Yeah.
and as I recall, some of the press shots that they took the car to Le Mans and photographed it on the run up to Dunlop Bridge. And like, oh my God. I was all unnecessary. I just couldn't.
Well, no one's going to feel that about that XJ if that's what it turns out to be.
No, they're not. No. This is.
It can't be real. It can't be real.
No. Oh, I just googled the GT9. Apparently, the car is currently on display at a museum in Oklahoma. Because I've never obviously
never actually seen it.
Never seen it.
No.
Wow. I would love that. Love to actually see it and just be one of those. Oh my God!
You'd have to take a moment.
I would take more than a moment. I would take every photograph angle humanly possible.
Yes.
I just think it was so 90s. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, incredibly 90s. Yeah.
Just
you can almost see a bit of Zonda in it, can't you?
Yeah, I mean it's yeah, exactly. It's insane, isn't it? That's the thing.
It is.
Because I remember at the time getting excited with my dad and going, "What is this? It's got a Ford badge. This is madness.
This can't be right." Yes, yes, because it did have blue ovals at the back.
Yeah. It had a massive blue oval at the front as well.
Yes, huge.
In the big intake at the front.
In the air intake at the bottom. Yeah, that's right. Huge Ford badge. Before they were doing huge Ford, now everything. An enormous badge, but
the modern, oh my God, it's weird, isn't it? You see a 23 plate Focus coming at you and going, I know that's a Ford.
Yeah, it's all badge. Yes, it's not just them though. All car manufacturers, the badges have gone huge. Don't know where that came from, but
it's a weird one, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm still concerned about Jaguar. We've still had no announcement. They kept the accountant as the CEO, and there's we still have nothing, and we've now got no XJ. I believe is they're discontinuing F-Type. XF has stopped now, I believe.
What have they got left?
Well, that's the thing, isn't it?
F-Pace and I-Pace, is that still?
They've got F-Pace, I-Pace, and E-Pace. They're still making the SUVs.
Great. Yeah, I mean, I'm all for that.
Absolutely. I know you're all over that. Yeah, it's absolutely. I expect you're probably going to be ordering one fairly soon.
Get right on that.
Get your F-Pace around there. Yeah. It's a worry, isn't it?
Yeah. Like we said, I mean, we keep sort of. The only reason I brought it up is because we keep sort of threatening updates and go, we've got bugger all update on.
There's nothing. They're not saying anything. No.
And this is really clutching at straws because it's a media outlet sort of reporting on something that might be happening at Jaguar.
Yeah, but they don't know either.
No, they don't know. I mean, the only thing that we can really hope for is that there is some truth buried in that article.
Do we think it might be somebody in Jaguar's press department just deliberately leaking out these things? Just keep us in the news. Keep us in the news. We're nearly ready. Keep us in the news.
No, we're nearly ready. It's 2023, and they claim was it 25 that this whole new range was going to be with us, all electric Jaguar, everything for electric needs. It's like, Where is it then?
Yeah. Meanwhile, how are you funding your business? Because you're selling fewer and fewer. You're shutting dealerships. The range is shrinking. How are you going to get to where you need to be? You're going to run out of money.
And I've read in a few places that Jaguar production plants are having their staff pilfered to go and work on Land Rover stuff.
You have mentioned that is happening. Yes, indeed, because Range Rovers are still selling.
Yeah, and they've got that thing going on. They've got that Apple, Tesla, that sort of brand going on.
Yeah, they have. Yeah, they have. That people would just buy it.
Yeah, and fair enough. Just if you've got that, do not cock it up.
Oh, you need to milk that. Yes, if you've achieved that, even if it's by accident, which I suspect in this case it is.
Well, I don't think it's necessarily by accident. I mean, the Range Rover badge goes a long way in certain circles.
It does.
But you just got to go, come on. Even the fact that there actually might be a little bit of shit.
Yeah. Surely not.
Well, shoddy in certain areas, possibly. I'm just allegedly, possibly. Maybe.
Quite. There have been the odd tale of reliability and build quality issues, yes.
But fine, is what it is. But the thing is, you've built this. You've got this desire, this brand. You're like, keep it going.
Yeah.
Dare I say it? If needs be, don't let Jaguar drag you down.
Yeah, I
don't like to say it.
No, I don't like to hear it, but yes, I agree. I mean, there's been talk of a separation of the two, hasn't there?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want to see Jaguar go the way that Rover did. That's my fear.
Well, go out with a bang. We had a city Rover. Do you want a city Jaguar?
Oh God! Don't even joke about that.
Thought you'd like that.
Oh, the Rover City Rover.
Ugh.
Yes. No. Can we not ever do that? Oh, that was Indian as well, didn't it? And they're owned by an Indian company.
That's it. Yeah. That's it. It's the same company.
No, I can't face that.
We could send James May in again, and he could film the ceiling from his secret tie camera.
Camera in his tie.
Dozy sod.
Oh, the City Jaguar. Don't even joke about that. That's horrific.
I'm so sorry.
I'm really quite upset by that. Just the thought of them doing that. Oh, no.
No, I know it's bad. I digest it. That won't happen, don't worry. It's not.
Please don't let that happen.
No, it'll be fine. Don't worry. So I cheer you up a bit.
Yeah, please do, because that's upset me. That.
Okay. Some episodes ago, we ended up on the Mercedes website. Very much off the cuff.
We did, just out of the blue, yeah.
And then inadvertently went, oh, it's actually quite good.
We were surprised by what we found, yes.
And we both sort of came to the conclusion and went, right, it's going to be the CLA, as I recall. We settled on the shooting brake.
Where we ended up, yes.
And as I recall, on the website, there was a sort of outgoing version and a new one.
Mm-hmm.
You will be very pleased to hear that a chap down the road has only gone and got one.
Oh, very good.
Brand new. So I saw it and went, oh, that's a new boat. Went, oh, that's I looked at the plate and went, oh, that's incredibly new. Well done, you. Wow. But the spec was bang on.
Was it?
Yeah, really well done. Really well done. It's like I mean, it's one of those ones. I go, is it weird if I go and knock on his door and explain how well he's done?
Is this a bit strange? Yes,
Mm.
it does sound like a chap we could do business with.
Yeah, and it's not the diesel. He's done it properly. He's got a nice petrol one.
He's got the petrol. Very
it's
good.
like, oh, you've done so well. And I tell you what, in person, really nice, elegant thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's nice. Maybe a note under the screen wiper.
Yeah, just go.
Well done.
Well done. Yeah.
Would that be weird? I don't think that's weird.
No. I mean, it is slightly weird, but I mean, you'll take it, wouldn't you? I mean, if you came out to your car in the morning and someone just went, "Well done," but I mean, actually, no, there could be a hint of sarcasm. You might pick it up and go, "Well, what, did I park badly?"
Yeah, that's the trouble, isn't it? You got to be.
Because
yes,
it's very difficult to get across what you mean, isn't it? Because you go, well, you want to go, "Oh, well done."
Yeah,
as opposed to, "Oh, well done."
Yeah,
that's
the problem.
Yeah,
that's the problem. And if you follow it with "No, really," then you see that has the same problem. It just makes it worse. I'm not quite sure how you could do that.
It's tricky.
It is. You're going to need a whole side of A4, I think, to explain it.
Then you could go. I mean, with the weather like we've got, you probably want to laminate it as well.
Oh, you'd need to, or pop it in some sort of folder. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
See, we're back in weird territory now again.
It's gone a bit strange now, hasn't it?
But the point I was trying to get at was that the car that we both managed to settle on inadvertently is actually very striking in person.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah,
I bet. There's something. I always think I should like Mercedes more than I do.
I think
they sort of tick a lot of boxes, but whenever I've driven one, I haven't particularly liked it. Maybe I've just driven baggy, horrible ones. I don't know. But
maybe. I mean, the last one you drove was a hire car, so.
Oh, it was, and that was base spec.
It was full poverty spec, wasn't it? It was awful.
It was really terrible.
Yeah.
Maybe I've just not driven the right ones.
Maybe that's it. Funny you say, like, looking at new cars. I went on a bit of a jaunt at the weekend and actually went to some car dealers.
Oh, blimey! Okay.
Only because they were right next to a tile emporium. As part of home improvement stuff.
Yes.
However, I did have a cheeky little look around the Porsche and Ferrari dealer.
Oh, you're going to ruin yourself. You know that.
Oh my goodness!
Had they not had the memo about you then, Porsche? Because I thought it had been circulated to all dealers.
I tell you what. I really tell you what.
Have you seen this man?
He's a fucking liability.
Do not let him touch anything.
I tell you what, Porsche could not be more welcoming.
Really?
They were an absolute delight to deal with. They knew I wasn't. They knew
you haven't got any money.
They knew I hadn't got any money, but then started having a few conversations in and around cars. And there was one car that it was brand new, just arrived, but had been registered, and was due to be collected by the owner within the next few days.
Right.
And it was spec'd superbly.
Oh.
And I was talking to one of the guys there, and I said, I explained why I thought it was done well, because I said, right, they've just gone exactly where it needs to be. Carrera S, really understated color, but not boring.
Yeah,
they've kept it simple with steel brakes, silver wheels, manual, houndstooth interior.
Oh,
it was perfection. And just going, right, there you go. You've looked at the model range. You went, I'm gonna have a quintessential 911 without going for a special edition or anything. I'll just pick from the standard range and just get something glorious.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
It was really impressive. And then we went having a look around the ones outside, and the big roller door to the service centre was open. And I had a little put my head in there, and one of the mechanics was there. Like, "Oh, you're right." And had the briefest of exchanges. And then I saw something in the corner. I said to him, "Like, is that what I think it is over there?" He's like, "Well, what do you think it is?" I said, "Is that a 993 Turbo S, a real one?" He went, "Yeah, it is."
Oh,
Goodness me! He said, "Yeah, we've been looking after it for years." He said, "It's wonderful." I'm like, "Oh, you bastards!"
oh, that's your dream job, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
However, we did go to Ferrari as well, and not as welcoming, if I'm brutally honest.
Was it not quite the same?
It's one of those ones where you go in there and think, "Am I going to get tasered?" It's like I wasn't even gushing as much. I mean, I went full gush in Porsche and started
Yeah,
going.
of course. Yeah.
And then again in Porsche, they had a 992 Turbo S, but in Ruby Stone Red, and I was, "Oh my god, it's Ruby Stone! You'd never see it." And I went, "Yes." Again, the salesman like, "Yes, yeah, we get that reaction quite a bit." But yeah. Ferrari was it's just you can look, but you're going to need to fuck off really quickly before we tackle you to the ground.
They don't want you hanging around.
No, it was a bit lifeless in there, let's be honest, and a bit.
Yeah. Okay, that's a shame.
It's like, come on, you don't have to be dicks about it.
Apparently they do.
But there we go.
Interesting difference there.
Yeah, brands that aren't miles apart, really, in the grand scheme of things.
No, a lot of people, if they're in the market for one, might consider the other. Yeah.
Yeah, granted, I mean, Ferrari might have a slightly higher top end in terms of budgets and range, but
there is some crossover there. People might be considering those brands as possible purchases. Yeah,
but reasonable crossover. And I tell you what, though, it makes a massive difference. You come away from that and going, right, if I'm at a point where there's enough money in the bank at some point, you know where you'd go.
Yeah,
you go to the where people are actually pleasant to you.
The dealership experience does make a difference. It really does.
Yeah. It's been a long time since I've been in a car dealer. That was really weird. I mean,
it must have been. Yeah.
But it's it like you say, it makes a massive difference, that experience. So.
Yeah, it does, and it stays with you. The attitude of the dealer. Yeah, it's important.
Well, that's it. It's like, little do they know. You go, right, skint now, but next week things could change dramatically. Don't be a dick.
Exactly. You don't know, do you?
No,
you don't know. Today's irritating oik could be tomorrow's star customer.
That's it. Yeah. You don't know if I'm playing the lottery that night, so don't be a dick about it.
There you go. You see that rich uncle that you knew nothing about, who's got millions, might die, and all of a sudden you're in there for a 911.
Exactly that. But so should we can round it off with the top tip there, can't we? Well, if you're in the market for new vehicles, our advice is to steer clear of the Ferrari dealership. Just go straight for the Porsche dealership.
Oh, yeah, that's good advice. Well, all I can tell you is the Jaguar dealership where I last purchased a vehicle had excellent coffee and biscuits.
Refreshments are important. Okay, let's just caveat that. Okay, right. People experience, also refreshments.
Yeah, you need to look at that.
Yes.
Yeah, you need coffee, biscuits, and a comfy chair. If they're not covering those bases either, then there's an issue.
No, if you're about to have your pants pulled down over some price, at least cater for beforehand.
Nice mug of frothy coffee and a decent biscuit. I mean, play the game. Yeah,
come on. Yeah, right. There you go. That's it. You don't get this advice anywhere else, do you?
You don't. It's often an overt aspect of the motor trade.
Well, I think that's probably enough of that for this week. Check us out on all the various social medias and things. Thank you very much for listening.